And the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chaired the 45th Goods and Services Tax or GST Council meeting today in Lucknow. The council convened for its first physical meeting in 20 months. The last one was held on the 18th of December 2019 and it was a packed agenda on the table. Here are the big takeaways.
The High Court of Kerala has desired that this matter be brought to the GST's notice and discussed. It was discussed. This will be reported to the High Court of Kerala that we have discussed, and the GST Council felt that it wasn't the time for them to bring the petroleum products into the GST. So we shall report that to the court. The sum and substance of what is agreed is the place where the food is delivered will be the point on which the tax will be collected, and collected by them, the gig groups, Swiggy and others, and they will therefore pay up the GST on it.
Well, so I think it would be interesting to dwell upon the 2 or 3 things that affect your and my life. First of all, a lot of us were hoping against hope that petrol and diesel would be brought under the ambit of the GST, meaning cheaper rates and not the killer rates that we pay on the roads right now. That hasn't happened. The Finance Minister clarifying that the Council did take it up for discussion, but only after orders from the Kerala High Court, and that they are going to go back to court and report that in the discussion everyone, there was a consensus, felt that at the moment there is no scope for this, and that is why it is not being done. Will we have to pay more for the food that we order from aggregators like Swiggy and Zomato? The Finance Minister says no, although these aggregators are going to be taxed. Now what the Revenue Secretary explained was that because a lot of restaurants were not or failing to be in the ambit of GST, what they are now doing is that suppose I order food from Swiggy, Zomato or anyone else, then Zomato or Swiggy or that aggregator collects GST from me and passes it on to the government, rather than passing it on to the restaurant which then passes it on to the government, meaning that our food is not likely to get more expensive, but yes, the food aggregators are going to be taxed. Another very important thing was that some life-saving drugs, not only COVID drugs but non-COVID drugs like those used in the treatment of cancer, they will be given GST exemption. There are different rates in the press release. I'm sure we'll get to know of that, but that is the gist of it. And the final point, why are pens being made more expensive in this day and age when we all need them on a daily basis? But there is some technicality there, but we are told that the GST effectively moves from 12% to 18%, and that clearly is something that perhaps could have been avoided.